And we are going live in 2 minutes. Get my glasses on. Put on the recording. Okay, so in today's session, we are going to, as always, do some Forex trading. We will look into some binary option. And in the end, if you have time, we will look some into cryptocurrency also. So let's start to open the things we need. For this session, we need trading view. And we need binary option. Let me get the links. So for the ones that want to copy what I'm doing, you will need let me post it here. These links. And let's see. Like that. Okay. Then let's log in here. When I have everything in order, we will start up. So just log in the different places, get all the charts up and everything. So we start always with Forex. Okay, let's load up the chart. Okay, I think we will start now. Yes, I will do so. Now, as always, before we start with anything, and I will repeat this in every single session I have. That is that we need to check investing.com. Make sure you open an account here. It's completely for free. Just push this register button up here and says about free trial, and it's free. You don't need to have a paid version for this one. It's just so you can put in your address and things for where you live. The reason you need that is that then every number, every time frame you see on this site will be after your time, okay? And for the reason for that is that you need to, for the news and economic calendar, and then you need to see, are there any big news, okay? So you will have then, if you go down here now, you see you have this line here. This make a huge difference, okay? Because you can see here now, there was a big news in dollar, 11.30 today. Now let's go and check what happened. See this spike down here? Yes, this happened through the news, okay? So, and you can see here you had some form of resistance, the support, and you broke right through it. It's better not to trade when you have news. You can still you have some impact of the news, but typically you should wait 1 hour after the news to be sure that it's nothing more with the news. And you can see now it's relaxing a little. We don't see this huge up and down spikes. It's little more stable, we can say. So make sure that you never trade under news. I would personally wait a little longer. I would have, if it was not for the session now, I would have waited at least 25 more minutes just to make sure that the news are done for dollar. Okay. I can promise you that you will double your profit. And to be quite frankly, you will not double your profits. I'm very sorry for that. My way of trading, if you are going for double profit, then you also will you will basically it's what you compare with, what you double your profit about. Okay, if you double profit from last session, yeah, maybe so. But if you're talking about double your investment, I am not the one to follow because I'm very careful. I make profit every single session, but I am not. I'm very careful with my money. And if you start to be careful with your money also, you will start to make money in the long run also. So money we will make, but double I can't promise anything about that. Okay, so enough for that. So that's enough also about news. Also make sure you have a TradingView account. It's completely free also. You don't need to pay for the, you see I have just a free version and you don't need something else either. So enough with that. Let's turn off this TradeMate. That's one I use. I have a indicator for that for MetaTrader. It's amazing, by the way. So if you want that, just follow my link that you see and you can get it completely for free. So let's start on the daily chart. Okay, on the daily chart, as I told before, dollar is strong, and you can see now that dollar is back to be pretty strong again. So of course we are now turning into a support area. I will say that we need to break at least, let's close below, let's see if you can mark it up here, close below this green line we see here. If we can close below here now, then we can look for a very beautiful short trade down to these levels down here, because you can see the $1 mark, that will be a huge one. So we can say our next level will be down here at the $1 mark. That basically, typically they like round numbers. So to break this one will be very important. Sorry for the sound, people. I have no idea. Typically, when you live in apartments, people like to talk louder when they go outside their door and waiting for the elevator. I have never understood this. So, by the way, I will look for a nice short here. So, what we'll do then, we turn over to the 4-hour. And what we want to see is that we either respect this grid line you see here, and if we respect it and we start to see a movement up again, then we can go for a nice long position. I would prefer if we broke it, because if we broke it, I'm pretty sure it will go all the way down to this $1 mark here. So I hope we break it. So we basically, we are never locked to one way of trading. So now I either want to see that we hold it and we can take a nice long, or that we break it, get a retest and go down. So let's see an example of that. Let's push this one here. Like here, for example, here you can see we got a fake out. So you always need to wait you can't just open right away you break it. Understand? You need to wait till you broke it and close below it. And here you can say a good example that you don't always get a retest. Okay, so it's enough that you open on the close here. For example, a position that you can take. We take a position there. We put our stop loss like right above there, and the take profit at the bottom, and that will be a 1 to 172. I always hope to get a retest. I love that because then we get a better position. But if you see like here we close down here, yes, you can't get a retest, but just it's good enough. We take the trade, right? So, but you need to get like a D here that you get a close below the green line. So never have a pending position. Pending positions will lose your money in the long run. Yes, you can get a much better entry. You can get an entry here and get a tight stop loss. So but you still can keep the same tight, but you get a little bigger loss. You see, you get this area here. So of course you can think like this, okay? That you put the pending, but then where do you put the pending? See this one here? You would have lost this one also if you take right below. So if you take it here, then you start to think, it's the halfway of this one already. So if you lose then this one and you get it here, then you basically have the same stop loss like this one. So instead of get these losing trades, like, because if you do that, you will always get some losing. Say here, for example, if you put right below, below this green line, here, where would you put it, right? Maybe you would have lost on this one also. You close down and you go up again. So always wait for confirmation. Confirmation is that you close below the green line, because otherwise you would lose on this one, you will lose on this one, and you would have lost on this one. So here you got 3 losing trades. Here, the another way, if you put a closing above here, for example, you go up and you go down. See, you would have lost this trade if you have a long trade. I mean, so wait. Here you see correct entry. If you have a bottom and you wait for closing above, then you just take a nice long position. Here, for example, you put our stop loss, just a nice stop loss. Just sometimes it's very difficult to put a stop loss with this trading view, because they want to have a previous area to put the stop loss. It's super annoying that instead of you can just move it wherever you want. By the way, we got it up here. So a stop loss would be something like this, and you can target the previous highs. That would be something like in these regions here, and you have 1 to 64. So if you lose $1 down, you make 164. I like to see more than 1.5. So as long as I get more than 1.5, I'm happy. So you can see, nice, sweet trade. You would have won within the same day, basically. So that's basically my way of trading. That you can go back any time of history and see this type. You will see like I need to show losing trades. It's very important that no way of trading win every single trade. Just keep that in mind. Even my way of trading that have an incredible high win rate, know that is an incredible high win rate, but you can get losing trade. A losing trade, for example, here, you see this support line is super strong. What happened here? We broke below it. You see? And what happened on the next? We shoot up. So some people are very careful and they wait for more confirmations. I am happy with the first confirmation. First confirmation means that the next buy, let me see now, that we close below, right? So, like here, for example, we close below. I'm happy with that. I open a trade here, right? So here, for example, I close below. I would open a short here. but you see we go directly up. Some people, they like to wait for the next buy, but if you do that in the long run, you get bad positions, because most of the time you actually win when you close below. So you have the win rate you will have is so good, just open on the closed bar. So yes, here will be a loss, but you will win on this one and you win on this one. So just keep that in mind, that yes, you can get losing trades. Like here, for example, you are closing below, but I think we can actually, we need to see. If we are a little more conservative with our line here, let's see, there, so we are always directly on the close. So let's see now how it looks like. Yes, this, it's so close to, so sometimes yes, it can be smart just to wait and see if you close so close to the support area. Maybe then wait till you maybe come a little more down and then open. So you can say that you would have lost this one. Maybe if, for example, I was going to go out, I would just open here and take a very tight stop loss. So I would not have lost that much, because then the area is so tight, understand? So it's like maybe I lose tiny money. So yeah, so yes, you can have lost on this. So here's a little how you do it. Don't put your stop loss too big if you're so tight, because you can see here, have we really broken the support? We don't know, because we are so close. So better to wait. So yeah, I would wait for this one. So yeah, that's my view here. Wait for confirmation, basically. So I don't see a trade right now when we talking about swing trading. I'm talking very long time on this one, but sometimes it's like that. So that means on the daily then, daily trading, where we are closing and open the trade in the same time, we were talking about swing trading. Now we are talking about day trading. Here we can start to put up some marks. Let's see. We have a resistance zone up there. We are starting to make some type of trend here. It's not clear yet, but looks like it. I will say I don't see anything right now. I will not take any trade. I don't see anything I like to see. Like here, for example, you can mark up, if you go a little back in time, here we can see more like a long-term trend thing going on. So it's easier to see trades. Plus we knew that we have a area of interest here, break up here, we will see, we will go up here. I think a trade here could be something when if we can get a retest up here, for example, we can look for a short, because long term I believe more that will go down. So, but as we got this news thing here, will be interesting to see if we hold this line here. If we do that, then we can look for a short. But we need to see what's going to happen now when if we get a retest up here or break down to the downside here. But as we see this trend, it's difficult to say. So right now I don't see any trade on euro against dollar. It's a one I need to wait a little with on the daily and on swing trading. So then let's look at another one. Okay, this I like more. We got a move up here. I thought that we were going to go up here. Remember I said that we did open a trade down here. And I said for you to close half your position up here and put your stop loss at the entry. We are now very close to our entry, so we might hit our stop loss. That means also we did get half the profit if you did do what I told you to do, close half your position up here. Now we are I think we had an entry, let me mark it. We had our entry not 100% in this position, maybe a little more up. So we are very close. I have a stop loss around this green line you see here. So we are getting very close to stop loss. I'm still happy because I closed half my position up here, but I really thought that we were going to go up and retest this yellow line here, but do not look like we are going to do that. Now, here is the thing. We got our retest there. We have done that, and we did shoot up. So, in this case here now, I want to see what's going to go happening because now it looks like the dollar is strong. And I want to see what's really going to happen. If we're going to retest down here, if I see that we're retesting and we start to see a green bar after that, then I will look for an even better long position. But at the current moment, let's remove some of these annoying lines. Yeah, something like that. I would say a little more down, maybe there. So we can see that we need to wait here now. Here also it's difficult to take a trade now, talking about swing trading, because we need to see what's going to happen. If we get a retest of this long-term trend line, but what I want to see is that we come down and get a green buy. If we can come something like this, we come down here, get a retest and get a green bar, and we close, for example, there. Then I will look for a nice long and take a stop loss just right below here. A sweet trade with a tight stop loss and a take profit up to at least this region here. Then I will do the same. I might close my half position. If I see that we start to stop up, I closed half and I move my stop loss to entry, like we did here. So, but let's see. Right now, for swing trading, I don't see anything. Let's now move down to 30 minutes. See what you can see here. Okay, here I see something actually. Now, you know me, I love my trend lines. We are not supposed to hit this green line, we don't. But here now, see here now. This looks beautiful. Here we can clearly see that we have a trend line. It's not perfect, but does not need to be. It's close enough. You can see we are respecting the trend line. Now on the closest bar here, how long time is that? 5 minutes. We are taking a trade. So let's open this one in 5 minutes. So while we wait for that, let's see if there are any questions. We will win today. Soon signal. So we soon have a signal here now. We just need to wait more 5 minutes and we will go in. So let's see. While we wait, we can start to prepare binary option. Binary option, I use Bollinger Band and stochastic and support and resistance zones. So Bollinger Band and stochastic. Okay. We put this one to white and this one to white. We take stochastic, we take this one to yellow. Okay, so then we have, how long time till? It's 4 more minutes, okay. So here I start to look where we have support resistance. So I put up in the downside, I put up some lines, and not this one. We take this one. And in the upside, we can take our line up here. Actually, I think I want it up here. So that's my trading area. So the reason for this is, for me to take a trade, I need to be out in the bullish band in the upside, and to take a trade in the downside, I need to be below the bullish band. Also, my stochastic need to be in the black areas. So for a put trade, I need to be up here, and for a call trade, I need to be down here. So this line here, we can see that is an area where we touch and we go down. And if you go more back, you will see that fits here also. Not perfectly, but good enough. So for us to take a trade here now, I think I will do a $100 trade. So if I come up to this line you see up here now, then I will meet all my 3 criteria. I will be out of the stochastic, I will out of the bullish band, and I will touch an area of interest where we can see we have strong resistance. So we need to wait. But also I want to see the trade for Forex in 2 minutes. So if you don't get the trade here within 2 minutes, we will go back to Forex. So let's see. So that is, I'm very, very careful when I trade. That's why I'm successful. It's because I don't just jump into trades. Most people say, resistance, put a trade. No, for me, don't meet criterion. I'm not out of the stochastic in the black area. I'm not out of the bullish band. Does not mean I'm going to win this trade up here, but my win rate is high. So if you take over 100 trades, I win much more than I lose. But of course, I can lose. But like that, as long as you over many trades win much more than you lose, you're doing good. So here looks like we are not going to get a trade, but that's completely okay for me. If I've taken this trade here, yes, I would have won, but I will break my rules. I don't break my rules. So if the Bollinger Band had been lower, then I would have taken a trade here because we could see that is an area of interest. But as the Bollinger Band was too high, I did not take it. In the long run, following that rule, I win more than if I take these trades here. Yes, I get more trades, but in the long run, it's better to keep to the rules. Okay? So then let's see, we are now 1 minute away. Let's see how trades are looking here. Looks nice. So it looks like we will have a trade. By the way, wait till the closing bar come. And I don't see we'll get anything here. So then we can just wait for it here. I can start to mark it up. And there, yes, we got a close correctly, and we take a long position. So we take a long position right now. Let's take our stop loss tight as always. We can take it there, and our take profit. Let's see. I think that's a interesting area because here we have some resistance. I think I want to take the stop loss a little tighter, so I can get at least 1 to 5. Let's go to the past and see. Yeah, we will take that one. So let's take a trade here. So this is GBP USD. Let's GBP USD. Long trade. Entry. Let's put that one there. Stop loss, we put to that level there. And we take our take profit to this level. If you enter now, looks like you get even a little better entry than me. We take it there. So there we have it. So you can enter this trade now. You get even a little better entry than I have. So we take it there. Like that. So let's go back to binary options and see here. As you can see, we are still far away. Now I think we can move this one to this region here. Reason for that, you can see it's an area where we touch many times, and we always can, as long as we see this Bollinger Band move up, we can move our support area to the next interesting area. So now I will say it's there. This one is still valid in the top as long as we are above this top Bollinger Band, the white one you see here. So, but at current time I don't see the trade, but I will go in with $100 if we get it. Like we did yesterday, we did a trade, one trade only, but we won it. So let's see how we do today. I think we'll get one trade today also. I hope so, but let's see. But the current moment, no, we have no trade. So let's start with gold. Gold is one I love to trade. Let's open in 1 day. So for the one we did open a trade here with a long. We are now currently at our entry. Our stop loss is below here. So there are no new trade just right now. Do I see a trend line here that we are respecting somehow? Let's see. No, that should be like this. So this is still good. We have broke the trend line with this bar one here, so it's still good. We might get a small retest, but I still believe that the gold will go up from here. I don't have not changed my mind here. So let's see on day trading instead if you can see something else. Day trading, we can see that we are currently in a strong support area, and I see we have formed the M, and typically when you have an M, at least we go up to the baseline. So we have a gold trade right now. Let's take a horizontal line around here. Yeah, I take that trade easy. We take a long position right now, and I think we target around there, and we put our stop loss right below the spikes we see here. So yes, that's a trade for me. So we take this one here. Gold, USD, long trade. We have a trade entry at this point here. We have a stop loss at this level here, and we take our take profit at this level. Just like that. One more trade. Like that. There. So yeah, that's our second trade of today. Let's go back and see if we see, we lost a chance here. We got a test up here. While we did our gold trade, you can see we did touch our line up here, and we go down. Let's see if we can get it one more time. Now start to be less interesting because we see the Bollinger Band start to be too high. So you can see if you have been just waiting for binary option, we would have won that trade here. It was a perfect nice trade up here that will go down. So only show that if we can go a green bar up here now, I still will take the trade, but maybe not on the next one. So if this green one can come up here now, we still take the trade. So I'm ready to push put, but that I think will be the last time we can take it. I want it a little more up and go a little more up, little more up. I take it. We are in. Let's see how we do. So it would be best to take on the first trial, but I think this will still be good because we are still halfly out of the Bollinger Band at least. So let's wait and see how this trade will go. And I will explain after lose or win, I will explain the reason for the trade. So let's wait and see. So I can explain, by the way, I will not do more with it. The reason for the trade is that we are out of the Bollinger Band, at least a little. We are in the upper side with the stochastic, and we touched a special line that I see as a resistance zone. So I met all my 3 criteria, and move with that is always a trade for me. And there you can see we won. So if you then look too close at, you can see we made $78. And if we take the trade like I told you from Monday, you see with the both trades we have done since Monday, the session Monday and the session today, we did win both of them. So also you can see that as long as you keep your rules and you do not overtrade, you just take the trades that you see are valid. Like I said, you can have one if you're taken here, but I did not meet all my 3 criteria. My 3 criteria is always, I put up when I come to a chart, I take my time, I see where you have a strong support, I see where I have strong resistance, I just put up the lines. I make sure these lines are outside of the bullish band. Like this line here now, as I told you, that this will be the last time I take it. The reason for that is because you see the bullish band is higher, and that means it's a high probability that we will break this resistance zone. So the was even to stretch it to take it on this one. I only typically just take the first one, but as I'm in a session, I'd see that it's the line, the bullish band line, and this resistance zone line, they were so close that I did still see it's a little valuable. But after, you see, we did break it. You see the bullish band did break our resistance zone, and then of course it's not valid more. This one need always to be in top. So if I look now, then the next area of interest would be in this region. So now you can see we are a little away. So my next region would be up here for a trade. Then I would still be out of stochastic, out of bullish band to touch this line up here. So that's basically how I trade. This one down here we can move now. Now, for example, in the bottom, we can see that this is an interesting line. Here you touch, you go up. Here you touch, you go up. Here you are playing with it, we can say. But here, the same story. We touch, we go up. But here maybe the Bollinger Band start to break it and you go down. Because I told you from the start, you basically just maybe get 2 trades on each line you put up, maximum. Better you get it on the first one. So here, for example, if you come down here, maybe just the first one will keep it, the next maybe you start to break down like this. So keep that rules like up here now. This line up here might be valid just for 1 trade, okay? So keep to these rules and you will start to make money with the binary option. So then we have a winning trade with binary option. I have explained exactly how I trade it and how I always are making more money than I lose with binary option. Many people, they say out that binary option is luck. It's not. It is, if you keep to certain type of rules. I have seen many YouTubers explaining 2 minutes MACD and all this bullshit way of trading. Sadly, it does not work. Some of these YouTubers are quite big also. I don't understand it because their way of trading does not work. If you backtest it, you will find out it does not work. But at least the one I'm using, I'm not telling that it's the best way of trading for binary option. I'm sure there can be something better, but at least the one I'm teaching, it's working. You will make constant profit maybe not every single day, because I only trade maybe 1, 2, 3 trades maximum a day. I'm not sitting trading full day, because if you do that, you get very tired, right? So, like for example, in my sessions, when I'm done with the session, I'm done for the day, basically. Maybe I make a couple of YouTube videos, but my trading is done. So talking about trading, I don't work longer than that. You don't need to be sitting all day to be trading. Not necessarily at all. So you can see already I've done 2 trades for Forex and 1 trade for binary option. For me, perfect day. But you're not done yet. We will see some cryptocurrency and we will also maybe look 1 more pair for Forex. So now let's take a look. We are done with this one. Let's take a look at GBP, GPY. So let's see what we can see here. I always like to see on the higher time frame first. Okay. I always like to put as many lines I can manage to do, just so I get a small view of what's going on. Because after I put the lines, it's easier for me to figure out what I want to do. So on the daily, we can see when I see something like this, that I'm basically in between support line and resistance zone, is a no trade zone for me. I need to be close to one of them. So for example here, when you got this fake out and shoot down here and we shoot up again, here on the close could have been a nice long trade up to the upside here. So basically yesterday a trade for me would have been a long trade up to the upside here, basically. But at the current moment, it's too late. We are not chasing. We never chase trades. So for swing trading part, at least looking on the daily, I don't see it. So let's see if we can see something on the 4 hour. We see some of the same things here. It's a big chance that we only will go up to this baseline here, because there are, as we can see, a strong support also for the 4 hour at this level here. So it looks like that we need to break it at least. So for talking about swing trading, we don't have any trade for GBP, GPY, but does not mean we don't have a trade for day trading. Day trading is another beast. Here we can see that we are currently, have we broke it? Okay, what I can see here we can see that we have some type of trend line to the upside, okay? But we are currently also in a resistance zone. We might break it. I want to see what's going to happen in 30 minutes. But we can see that we have been up here, so I think I will move it a little more up. I think there will be a nicer area for this resistance. So here we are basically currently in a squeeze, a low squeeze trading, because if we break down here, we can take a good short all the way down here and take our stop loss just right above here. So a trade I will be looking for is not a trade right now, but for example, if you end up something like here, I will take a trade here, take my stop loss to this level here, and take profit there. And I would have a 1 to almost 2. So if I lose $1, I make $2. That's acceptable for me. Like I said, the minimum trading I do is 1.5. Because then, even if I win half of the time, I'm making money. So this for me, it's a beautiful trade if it can turn up like this. If go to the upside, if we close above here, then we can look the other way. We are always prepared for, we are never locked to trade one direction. So if we turn to the upside, then of course this will look a little different. Then we'll take, for example, come up here and we close, for example, I see that this resistance, so let me look a little on that first. I think this line is quite thick, you see. So let's make one more line here. I don't feel we have broken this. This area is more like the resistance zone, I will say. That's why I have the stop loss up here, by the way. So for the upside, I would only look for a long trade if we break above here. Then I will take a long trade up to these levels here, and I will take a stop loss, something like this. So that's, I can remove this one now, so see the another one. So for the upside, if we close above this green line you see in the top here, I will look just right below the second green line there here. So that's two options for trading. So either way, if you break up, I take that one. For the down, I take the other one. So it's just so you see that do not limit yourself to trade just one way when you are talking day trading. Day trading, you have more options for that way of trading. Swing trading, you basically trade most of the time just following the trend. And of course you should do that with day trading also, but you have a few more options, because day trading you have a little more, you don't necessarily need to look at the higher time frame to get in the direction of the trend. So yes, of course, if you have a strong trend, I will show an example for that. Let's open USD GPY. Let's go back to 1 day. So for example, in these days when you were up here, in the day trading, you should be looking only for long trade, because you have a so strong trend for dollar against Japanese yen. And then of course, even in the day trading part, this is swing trading, but in the day trading is basically trades you close the same day. Typically you're looking on the 30 minutes, then you should only looking for long position also when you day trade. But when you are in a market, something like this, here also is not something super strong trend, then you can take trades both directions. But when you see that if you look something like this, only go long in day trading also, when you look on the smaller time frames. So of course, if you clearly can see something like this, that you, for example, you're here, yes, you can see it you have, but you still will just take long positions, because there are no reason for it to not continue up, because you see you have a trend line and you are following for so many days, no reason to change it. So just keep only to long trade also in day trading. When you start to do these type of things, that's the day you start to make money, and you need to have your rules and follow them. So that's more about it for this session. I will not just be explaining, there will be no more signals. So if you're after signals, there will be no more signals today. Now I'll only explain my way of thinking, how I trade. So let's go back to the one we did have here. So here also you can see we are going like this. Here you can take both ways of trading. Like I told you, here also we have both ways for swing trading and for day trading. But this is for me a very good trade for the upside and for the downside. We are not locked in any direction. Yeah, we can actually take some cryptocurrency. We have time for that. Let's open BTC. Let's choose crypto. We take this one here. Okay. We look at the higher time frame first. It's very little movement lately with Bitcoin. Like I said, I'm expecting us to be playing in this region here for years. I don't see us end of 2023, 24. I'm not expecting next bull market, by the way, before 2024, 25. That's when I think we might have something that shoot up like this. But nothing before then. I think until that time we will see something like this. We might go up to this region. We might shoot up one time up here. People start to think, we are going to shoot up, just to fall down and maybe go down to this level, even maybe get a small spike down like this, maybe a little more, just so people get stressed and sell out, just to shoot up again and go here and go back here and then shoot up. That's a typical way Bitcoin moves. So I will not be surprised if Bitcoin actually will follow the line I have marked here now, and that will be the way it goes. And when I say this move up here, I'm expecting Bitcoin 3 times bigger than this areas we have here. So around 200,000 is the next target for me. but that will only be around 2024-25. Might be earlier, might be later. I'm not a wizard, but that's what I'm expecting. And I want to try to collect as much Bitcoin I can while I can get it for cheap. Because like I said, next time when we shoot up to the next bull market and get a 200,000, our next bear market then, a cheap Bitcoin will go for these levels here. This will be our bear market in the future. Because we always, bear market, always go down to the last top. See here now. Here was the bull market in 2017. What happened? That's our support line now. That's where we are playing here now, you see? And go a little up above it. And this happened like this bear market we had here after a bull run here. That was our previous bull market in the back here. All Bitcoin always do this. That's why I knew this was the bottom, and that's why I know the next bull market will look around 200,000. And that this will be our cheap Bitcoin. So then it's too late. Bitcoin, if cheap Bitcoin is like 64,000-ish, 65,000, it's too much. Then it's difficult to get much Bitcoin, especially if you are poor like me. But now is the time to collect it. This is even an expensive Bitcoin for me that have been a long time. Like thinking about that this was expensive back here. So, but yes, I feel this is the last chance for people if they want to hold and say they have one Bitcoin. Now is the last chance to be able to do so because it's still affordable. It's not cheap, but it's affordable. So I will try to collect as much I can till we come to this region here, because then, my God, we will make much money. So that's what I'm waiting for. And yes, we are going to make crazy money when we shoot up. So collect as much you can. You can actually 10x almost your money in this region down here. If you're lucky to get Bitcoin in this region down here, then you will do good. But like I said, I'm not a wizard, but I'm only explaining my plan for Bitcoin. And the way I see it, this is the way. I can open Ethereum also, but I'm pretty sure, look, the picture is basically the same. Ethereum and Bitcoin, they are going basically more the same. It's the only two cryptocurrencies I'm talking about also. So we can see, looks a copy of Bitcoin. We are currently in this region here. And we will play in, it's the same ball area we are playing in. You can see we can mark up basically the same thing as we see on Bitcoin. So we'll play in these regions. Now we are playing in this region here. We might go down to this one again and we might shoot up. Maybe, I don't think so high, but maybe we can shoot up to this region up here. So we will play here, go up, maybe shoot up here, go fall down here again, get a spike down like here before we shoot up to the next bull market. So Ethereum is basically the same idea of thinking like Bitcoin. So if you are taking a short trade on Bitcoin, you can do the same on Ethereum. I never short Ethereum or Bitcoin. I only go long. And I'm talking long, that means I'm buying and holding. That's what I do. Now I will only take questions from now. So if there are any questions, I take them. So let's see. What do you think about the situation of the market today? Market today, I love the market today. It's also super good time to trade. So as you see, I have taken a few signals. Let's see how many signals did we take today. 2 signals for Forex, and we did 1 binary option trade. That for me is perfect. When I can do that, I'm happy. Let's see other questions. Let me see. So I get your name correct here. I see you're not here more, but I still answer your question. Yes, you can, but take your time. Maybe swing trade first. What I mean with that is when you swing trade, you have the possibility to take trades before you go work, and you can just let them be open. Take a stop loss, and this you don't need to be following while you're working. So swing trading you can do first to see if you manage, and if you manage, then you can go into day trading, and that's the time you can maybe quit your job. Okay, Henry, who is going to stay and trade after the session? Yeah, do that. Try some of the things I did learn you all in, like for example with binary option. I'll post my link again. Let's take this here. For binary option is the second one there. That's the one you did see me using. Try to set up the Bollinger Band, stochastic, and support resistance, and you might see that is the best way of trading. Okay. Let's see if there are any more questions. Where can I find a referral link to join? Yeah, you have it here. And have not been more after your calls. They are. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. We are now done for this session. I will be back in, let's see, today it's Wednesday, so I'll be back in Friday. And I'll be back at the same time like today. So, done for today. See you all Friday, 18:00. Okay, ciao.